Hello everyone. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to see who is joining me. I see 15 people has joined me already. Please say hello. You can introduce yourself, ask me any questions. Today I have a big announcement to talk about. So I'm gonna wait for a couple more minutes for more people to join me. Hello, good to see you after a long time, says Reeds. I like your personality. Hi, Yulia. Hello. Hello, Boudoir Diva. I like that. Thank you, guys. I want to talk. Regarding business. If I want to talk regarding about business, it's a big announcement for all our BIB members, Believe in Boudoir members, and those who are planning to join our Believe in Boudoir platform. So stay tuned, guys, and give me a couple more minutes. I'll give a couple of minutes for other people to join me. Good to see you grow. I'm Reeds, e-commerce expert, and I guess we've been friends on Snapseed so long. Hello. E-commerce is always an important and significant topic in so many businesses' life. Hello from France. Hi, I love your videos. Hello, everyone. Okay, so many people has joined already. Well, today I want to make a big announcement for everyone. We have launched a BIB TV app to enhance everyone's learning experience, to make it fun and to make it easier for you guys. So that's super exciting for us and for all BIB members. This app is currently available on the Apple App Store. However, we are also working on an app for Android users. So I'm sorry, Android user, not now, but pretty soon. Just give us some time, one app at a time, and we will let you know as soon as another app is ready. It's an amazing thing for us and for everyone, because there's so many good and important features that apps are so important in general. With applications on our phone, it makes our life in general easy. Accessibility is much easier. So with our cool BIB TV mobile app, you'll be able to learn anytime, anywhere from your phone. So how cool is that? Somebody says we love apps. Yes, we all love apps. It literally makes our life easier. Hello from Ireland. Hello, I miss you, Yulia. Somebody says. Boo, I'm Android. Yeah, don't be disappointed, discouraged. Again, one app at a time, but it's in the process, so it's going to be available soon, I promise. So don't be upset or disappointed. You will be able to watch our courses on the app pretty soon as well. So you don't have to constantly log in now to access your courses. Sometimes it really gets annoying to log in and, what if you forget the password, or I think in general it's super annoying. So it's super easy now and convenient. and it will make the whole learning experience more pleasant, I would say. Love your personality, you're so elegant. Love from India. Thank you. So on our platform, we always had playlists and favorites. Yes, but now with all these options, it is now easier to organize all the videos. There's so much content for those active and current BIB members. You are all familiar. We have tons of educational content on the platform. So with the playlist and having it on your phone is easier to not only to access but also to organize all the videos, create your own learning schedule. So now you're in control of what you want to learn first, and what is the priority for you at the moment, and so on and so forth. It has the option to create a list of your favorite videos, favorite courses. So all you have to do is just to click on that heart icon and keep them in that category of favorite. So that's also if you need to access something quicker, or you know that your upcoming for your upcoming session you'll need some posing tips, just create that favorite list and add it as your favorite course, for example, and access it right away on your phone, and you know, get access to all your questions and all your tips on boudoir and portrait photography right on spot. So the cool feature also is the download option. Now you will be able to download any course and watch it offline. So let's say if you're traveling, if you're on the plane or you're driving, you don't have access to your internet, or the internet is too slow, like today in my studio. For some reason I have very slow internet. It happens, so don't worry, you can just download the videos that you need to watch, and you can watch them offline. You can airdrop it to a TV and AirPlay, so that's also super convenient and fun. You don't need to do extra things. Again, everything is for your convenience, my BIB members. Okay, so what I haven't mentioned. You can monitor your own progress, what you watched already, and you can mark it as watched. So everything, again, it's easier to check and control and monitor on the app on your phone. We will do live streaming on the app, so I can go live from my phone for any Q&A sessions, or any demo session, demo presentations, and things like that. So it makes the learning to be more collaborative and to be more interactive, I would say, especially with our BIB community that is on the platform. You can be super active, you can get notifications through your app on your phone. You can always stay engaged, you can always communicate with other photographers, you can ask questions, get answers right away. You can share your work, share your ideas, inspire others, participate in discussions, and participate in some group projects. So that makes that communication among all of us much easier, because it's on the app. You can just write, post, comment right away from your phone. So super easy, fast, and super fun. So you can follow each other on the community. You can share your accounts, not bank accounts, your social media accounts, and just stay connected, inspire each other, share your knowledge with each other, you know, ask questions, learn from others. So community was built and designed specifically for that, and we would love you guys to stay active and interact with each other and engage with each other. So that's very important for us. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Okay, Eliar with us is here. Eliar was the person who actually worked on this app, and he is the one we all have to thank, because without Eliar, that wouldn't be available for all of you guys, for all of us. So thank you so much, Eliar, and he's also here answering your questions as well. If you have any technical questions about the platform, about the app, please write it in your comment and we will answer it. Okay. Okay, and he's already answering Lester. Yes, I can't access mine for some reasons. Okay, so we are going to check on it, so don't worry. I think Eliar is on it already. Hearts. Oh, is Gil just joined? Is Gil, if you missed what we were talking about, and if you just joined me, again, we just launched our BIB TV app that is available on the Apple App Store, and we're currently working on an app for Android users. So those are the news that we wanted to announce, and we couldn't wait to announce it. So now you all know. Please go to the Apple App Store, download the app, please share it with your friends, with other photographers. This is so exciting for all of us, because it's just the whole learning experience is going to be so much easier and so much fun. So please share with everyone about our BIB TV app. So it goes as BIB TV. That's how you can search for it, and please go ahead and download it already. Okay. Is Gil is the app only for, yeah, so yeah, Elia already answered that question. Yes, it's for Apple users. Now we are currently working on the app for Android users. Hello from Colombia. Hello. Any questions, guys? Anyone? So many familiar, not faces, but so many familiar names. And thank you so much, everyone, for the follow, for your support, for your constant support. It's great to see you all over here and following me on my other social media platforms. For those who are new and who is not familiar with Believe in Boudoir, Believe in Boudoir is one of the largest boudoir photography educational platforms in the world, with lots of educational content on boudoir and portrait photography. We have courses on boudoir posing, on lighting, on nude photography, on marketing. We have tons and tons of educational content For those who are members already, you can share your experience with Believe in Boudoir in the comments. Let everyone know what it is, and if you have learned from us, from all the courses we've been working on for 3 or more years. Yes, we've been working for this long, 24/7. To do that impact on boudoir community, boudoir genre in general, because I personally want boudoir photography to get to a different level. I want to add more, to use more, for photographers to use more artistic approach to this genre of photography, to make to make boudoir photography more elegant, more classy, more beautiful, more artistic. So that's the goal, and just to make, because it's not an easy genre at all. Boudoir photography is a type of genre where you work with female or male who is wearing little of clothes or no clothes at all. So you have to make sure to pose and line that person in the best possible way. And that's what makes this genre is challenging, because there is little you can hide, and just by mastering the art of posing, you can create a beautiful piece of art with any body type. Any body type, I promise. I always say you don't have to be slim or skinny to do a boudoir photo session. That's what I say to my clients, because in fact, you should be opposite. You should have some curves to show those curves, to accentuate those curves in your photographs. So, and our goal as professional boudoir photographers is to make any woman or any man to look his or her best, to highlight best features of their body, and to create the most flattering, most artistic lighting in our photographs. So all together in this boudoir community, we can make our genre stronger. We can make our photographs look better, more flattering, and more professional. Hello everyone, says Dylan. Hello, hello. Hello, beautiful Yule. Greetings from Peru. Hello, Peru, and hello from Colombia. Okay, please ask me any questions. Please write them in your comments. Please tell me how your day is going if there is no questions, how your weekend was. Is it a busy Monday for you all? I want you to interact. I want to see that interaction. I want to read your questions, and I want to answer them all. Are we going to Peru? Yes. If you know Sarah used to work with us, our amazing and beautiful Sarah. You've probably seen, she was with us from the beginning of our Believe in Boudoir, from the launch of the platform, and she just moved to Peru, and she invited us to join them. So yes, we're going to Peru, either this year or next year for sure. That's on my bucket list. I really want to go to Peru. Okay, I don't see any questions. You guys are staying quietly. Also, I wanted to ask everyone to share your experience once you download the app and you starting using your app. Please share with us about your experience. Tell us if everything goes well and smoothly. Again, it's a new app, and if there is anything that needs to be corrected, we would love to hear about it and take actions right away. Okay, if you are an active BIB member, please mention that in the comment. And we're going to do um, members meetings. Oops, that was unexpected. Members meetings, and so Q&A meetings. We're going to answer all the questions. We're going to discuss different topics. That's super exciting, and then those can be actually a lot of meetings are going to go through live streaming. That's an option on our app. Okay, I think somebody asked, what keeps you motivated? What keeps me motivated? um, my husband keeps me motivated. My clients keep me motivated. Models that I work with keep me motivated. So many aspects in our lives that should keep us motivated. You guys keep me motivated. The whole industry. Again, as I mentioned, I want to make an impact on people's lives, on people's careers, positive impact. And that's my goal, to make boudoir photography genre better, and I think that's a long journey, but I'm on the right path. But thanks for the question. That was an amazing question. What makes you love photography profession? It's something that I think you either love or not. You try taking photos, and once you fall in love with it, you start being a hobbyist, you're trying different things, and then you invest, and then you start doing it for money, and it just stays with you. I've invested so much in photography, there is no way back. But I still love it, yes. And I would recommend, if you feel like you burned out a little bit, or you don't feel motivated, or you don't feel inspired with what you're doing, try something else. Try something new, and it will bring that sparkle back. So that's how I started my floral portraits, because doing one and the same thing, especially when you're doing the same poses, the same lighting, the same type of flow with your clients, it maybe becomes boring at one point, and you just need to try something different. So that's how I tried floral portraits, and those are the projects that give me so much energy and inspiration, because it's a completely different genre, not completely, but it's different, right? And different style, different colors, everything is different, and I try to do this type of project from time to time to keep me positive, motivated, inspired. Also, looking through inspirational images on social media also gives, like, recently I found this photographer. He's a wedding photographer, but he's more on artistic style of weddings, and it just gave me so much inspiration just going through his account. It's like, wow, this type of cool technique can be applied in my boudoir photography. And you can always look for those inspirational images, or some photographers who can inspire you and actually um, uh, kind of shape your style, because it's not an easy to come up with a style, or to have that style just from the beginning of your career. You don't know what style you're going to work on, so it evolves, and you start having that feel of what you prefer to photograph, and most of the time other photographers and even genres of photography may shape your style of photography, of your boudoir photography in my case. So once I was inspired by this moody and black and white wedding photography by a photographer in North Carolina, and I feel like that shaped my style of boudoir photography. That's where I got that inspiration. So yeah, it's sorry, I've been talking about it for too long. I think we have more questions. Thanks for being inspirational. Well, thank you guys for inspiring me and keep me moving. Okay, what is the best way to get clients? I think I have more questions before that question. What makes you love photography? Answer that. How do you get clients who are nervous to relax before a shoot? How do you get clients whom are nervous to relax before shoot? You mean how do I work with those clients? Or who are not ready to be my client? I want you to specify your question, and that's Radzi Fahur Radzi. If you could please specify what you mean, I will answer that question. Thomas is asking, how do you get clients? Oh no, that's Thomas, sorry. Oh, that was Thomas' question. I'm sorry. All the questions are so tiny that it's difficult for me to see. Yeah, Thomas, if you could paraphrase your question, I would be happy to answer it. Dylan, what is the best way to get clients? The best way to get clients is to stay active, like super active, to be active on social media, to be active doing projects, with a variety of different people, to do collaboration with different people who would tag you and also share information about you. That's very helpful. To write blogs about boudoir photography, about your session, feature every single person who's done a session with you on a blog. So that's very helpful, and that will bring traffic to your website or to your blog. What else? Referral programs would work as well. You can also do, I know it's difficult to share clients images, especially for boudoir genre, but if you do some sort of if you create images where they're not completely nude or wearing lingerie, something more like a editorial style, wearing a blazer, some of those type of images I posted recently on my Instagram. By the way, for those who are not following me on Instagram, please follow my personal Instagram as well. It's YP Boudoir, and our Believe in Boudoir Instagram is just Believe in Boudoir. So please follow us on both of those Instagram accounts. So those images that I put on YP Boudoir of my clients wearing blazers, they didn't mind sharing those images. So create something and post images that your clients wouldn't mind sharing, and that will also bring you lots of traffic and new clients. Are you from Ukraine? No, I'm not from Ukraine, but I'm half Ukrainian, and I was born in Azerbaijan. That's the country close to Turkey, and I grew up in that country. So until 27 years old, I was in Azerbaijan, and then I moved to the US. Okay. Thanks for being inspirational. Somebody said I love you. Thank you for all your love. Some friends want to have a session with me, but they feel insecure about their bodies. especially the skinny ones, not the curvy ones. How do you deal with these insecurities in your potential client? Well, we women, we all have insecurities. All of us, we have insecurities. I think you can inspire them to do a session through your style of photography. So that's why I always recommend to post on your social media um, female or male of different body types. So this way, when I have my insecurities about specific part of my body and I look at your portfolio and I see that a woman of similar with a similar body type but looking her best, I would be inspired, because it all comes back to the way you pose your subject and the lighting that you're utilizing for that specific shot. So doesn't matter, and you have to constantly talk about it in your stories. Go live and talk to your audience about it. Talk or ask, if let's say if you're a male photographer, it's maybe difficult to talk about that, but ask your clients who have insecurity, who's done a photo session with you, talk about it, share their experience with your audience. Write blogs about it, show before after. That's very helpful to show that okay, it's a regular woman, everyday woman, who doesn't have a perfect body, but in my photographs, because I'm the master of posing and lighting, she looks her best. And that's what inspires us women to actually, and motivates us women to actually do a boudoir session, because however we see ourselves in the mirror is not how I see them through my camera and through my posing. It's completely different. Sometimes I work with absolutely gorgeous women with perfect body, like she is perfect, but she's coming to me and she's saying, oh, comfortable here or there. I'm like, have you seen yourself in the mirror? You're perfect. And then when I show her body in the photograph in that specific pose, she's like, oh, wow, I've never seen myself like that. Yes, because we don't, oh, that was my bottle of water. We don't just stand and pose in front of the mirror. We just stand like normal, with a regular posture type of pose, casual. And we don't see our beautiful curves, our beautiful lines, with the perfect lighting, in the mirror. So that's why we, all the women, we have to hire a professional photographer who is a master in posing and lighting to bring those best features of our body in a photograph, to showcase those best features in a photograph. Okay, thanks for being okay. I think I answered that question. Yeah, thank you so much for all your questions. Somebody says thanks to Eliar. I think he's helping over there as well. So I would love to do an underwater boudoir style shoot. It would be amazing. That's interesting. Yes, I should probably try. That's why I encourage all our followers and members to share what you guys want to learn about. So this way we would create content specific needs and explain how to achieve one or another style of photography. Okay, Fakhrur, I hope I pronounced it right. Some photographers said working with big name actor or model aren't easy compared to documentary shots. Is it true? In general, working with big name actors or models is nerve-wracking. I think you need to have guts to work with celebrities, and if you do work with celebrities, it means you're very confident in what you do, because you have to be on the same level with them because they're celebrities, so you have to act like a celebrity photographer to be on the same level. So I guess it is very difficult with influencers. I don't know if, to me, influencers just influencers, but if it's an actor, celebrity, yes, I can understand. You have to be prepared for that. It's not easy. And aren't easy compared to documentary shots. So I'm not sure if I'm answering your question correctly. Let me read it again. Some photographers said working with big name actor and model aren't easy. Yes, it's not easy compared to documentary shots. I'm not really understand the term documentary shots, so maybe that's why I'm not understanding the question properly. I cannot really compare that because the question is not very clear to me. But yes, working with big name actors, you need to be prepared for that. You need to, even if you're not a celebrity photographer, you need to act like one. Because those big name actors and celebrities, they, I think they, depends, I guess, but their standards and requirements could be very high. Eliar is asking to say something in Azeri, since there are a few Turkish audience here. No, I'm very shy. Maybe next time I should prepare for that. I haven't talked in Azerbaijani for a very long time. Okay, Thomas, I think he's paraphrasing the question. Many people I photograph hate getting their pictures or become very stiff and can pose. How do you get them to become comfortable in front of the camera? Okay, now it's clear. Well, your confident level of confidence and your the way you behave in front of of those people matters. So you have to be very chill, you have to be very confident at the same time in what you do to kind of transfer that confidence to them, and that's very helpful. So the act you behave, that's first of all. Second of all is directing your subject, explaining what, directing or posing, for example. That's when you start doing it, then the person knows, oh, okay, that person is knowledgeable in what he or she is doing, so I can trust. So we have to build that trust level. It's not gonna happen maybe first 15, 20, 30 minutes. So you have to build that trust. And again, your personal behavior, your attitude, the way you communicate, that reflects on your clients' insecurities and the way either they're prepared for a session, ready for the session or not, and also the way you guide them on posing. I always recommend to take your time and observe and analyze the pose and look for details. At the beginning of my career, I was in rush to take a photo and move to another pose. I thought when I move fast, my clients would think, oh, she's a professional, she knows what she's doing. But actually, no. You have to slow down, you have to pause for a second, you have to look at the whole pose and make sure everything is correctly. If something needs to be corrected, then go ahead and do that and tell that to your client that, sorry, but we need to work on your hands, or we need to work on your posture or your facial expression to make it look the best, you know. And actually that also makes them feel more confident in you, because they see, oh, okay, she's or he is a very detail-oriented person, so he will make me look the best because he or she is paying attention to details. So that's very important. Thank you so much for the question. That was a great question. What are the most challenging and extremely shot you had ever took? Yeah, it was challenging for me, but at the same time, was one of my best sessions, one of my best and most favorite sessions. So I did an engagement shoot. I did it by a airplane. It was like a big, massive airplane. And we started during a harsh lighting, so I had to deal with harsh lighting situation. Then I had to move I have to switch to create some images in the shade, so that was completely different lighting environment for me. Then it was a sunset, so I could capture some beautiful sunset images. That was easy. And then after that it was dusk and it was getting really dark, so I had to deal with that dark type of challenging environment. And surprisingly, although it was super challenging for me at that time, I achieved the very beautiful images. I was so proud of myself. And that photo session was featured by Elincrom. I'm an ambassador for Elincrom, and I wrote a blog about it, and they featured my blog, rewrote my blog on their page, and they used my behind the scenes images for their banners at that time. Some of them are still there on the website. So yeah, that was super challenging session, but I achieved because of the different lighting scenarios that I had to deal with. Great question. I love your questions, guys. Today you're asking so many good questions. New like. Oh, I just received a notification from our BIB app that somebody liked something. Wow, that's so exciting. That's so cool. That's what apps actually make. It's easy to see right away, to comment right away, to see the answer right away. So that's pretty cool. Okay, sorry for I got distracted a little bit. What are the most challenging? So I answered that question. Adrienne says, love your content. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, so Lester wants Eliar gets to wear scuba gear to film. Okay, challenge accepted. I hope you can hear Eliar. Okay, candid shots. Okay, so I think, yeah, Eliar is trying to explain, clarify a question for me, the candid shots. The question was about comparing photographing, challenging to photograph actors in comparison to creating candid shots. All right. So, Kristen 20, Julia, you're amazing as a human, as a woman, and as a teacher, and as a photographer. Thank you. So many compliments I'm getting today from you guys. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if we have more questions. Lester is saying, I love you keep saying master posing and lighting, encouraging. Yes, you have to master that. And it's actually super easy. And if you join our platform and if you start learning about posing and lighting for Boudoir, I explain it on a very, very easy, basic level because my English is not my first language. So everything sounds simple and everything is very categorized, structured. So you'll be able to learn pretty fast and start implementing those poses and those rules right away, because I teach fundamentals of posing, which actually gives you knowledge on how to actually pose, how to create a pose from scratch. I give you poses to memorize, but an idea for you is to learn fundamentals first to understand how to actually work with different body parts, how to pose from toes to head. And when you learn that, when you learn rules, you can apply those rules and create your own poses. So you're becoming a master of posing. So yeah, it's not, some people say, oh, posing for boudoir, it's so difficult. It's actually not difficult. It's yes, it is not easy. Again, I mentioned the reasons why, but when I'm gonna tell you a story to understand what I mean. uh, Recently I did a maternity session, and I usually do boudoir maternity, and this was for my friend actually, and she wasn't very comfortable undressing completely, and she brought like different variety of different oversized items, like oversized jeans and oversized shirt, and I'm posing her and putting her into this pose, and it looks pretty, but I feel like something is wrong there. I couldn't understand what is wrong until I said, you know what, let's take it off, like takes off everything. And when I started posing her beautiful, gorgeous maternity body, pregnant body, without any distractions of outfits, I start seeing her curves. I start seeing the pose. It felt more natural to me because again, maybe I'm a boudoir photographer, so the less the better for me. The more visible body, the better the pose. And when I see those beautiful curves and shapes of female body, it inspires me to create an artistic pose, if that makes sense. So what was the question? I went too far with this. But yes, I think we were talking about posing for boudoir. Sorry. So yes, it's important. It's difficult, it's challenging, but it's at the same time, you when you master it, that was the point. When you master it, you're becoming the master of posing. It's like this. You cannot go back. So you don't want to photograph people wearing outfits anymore, because what you see, that is very inspirational, because human's body is like an art, at least to me. Okay, I see more questions are coming. Okay. George's Long. With regards to small spaces again, what would be the recommended focal length you would use to ensure there is no in, encroachment on the model space bubble? Um, okay. So the lenses, actually, I talked about it in one of my reels lately on Believe in Boudoir Instagram. So for those who are not following me on Believe in Boudoir, please go ahead and do. And you can see more reels about small topics. And one of the topics was the choice of lens that I prefer for a smaller space. And that's my 50mm lens, because there is not much of a distortion with that lens, and so 50 around the focal length of 50 would be the I believe the best, at least in my small space it works the best. The only disadvantage is that you have to come a little bit closer and then move further away, but it's not a big deal actually. And it works for different body types. So when you're working with slim models, for example, maybe photo lens would be the best option. When you're working with curvy or plus size models, then wider lens would be an option for you guys. But when the wider it is, the more distorted. So I found it easier to work and better to work with 50mm for curvy or plus size models. And it's also not, and when I work with 7200, by the end of the session, I feel like my arms are numb, and I'm still working with my full frame DSLR camera, Nikon D850, which is pretty heavy, especially if you use that 7200 lens, and 50mm saves a lot. So there's a lot of advantages of that lens, and that's why I recommend it to everyone, and it's also inexpensive. As a male photographer, I always use a longer focal length, especially with a new model, to build that trust, but sometimes I'm limited into small spaces. Yeah, that's what I said. It's the only disadvantage that you have to come a little bit closer. But again, depending on what you're photographing, I usually photograph my majority are full body shots. So I have to stay away from my subject. I don't go for close-ups. Medium shots would be the max. Don't go for close-ups unless I do bodyscape photography. Yes, then the close-ups, and I'm using my macro lens, but your model knows what you're working on, so that's okay, because you're working with specific body type. Yeah, I mean, again, I work with 70 to 200 in my studio as well, although the space is small. The advantage of that lens, it creates an effect of actually working in a larger space. So when people walk into my studio, they're like, "Oh, that's it," because we thought it's bigger. In photographs, it looks larger because that's 70 to 80 that I use. Yeah, but because of the compression and everything that does that lens, it's an amazing option. But it doesn't work for plus size. For example, again, know what subject you're working with and the space. That's why I say 50mm would be the best choice, because you can work with that lens when you're working with either plus size or slim model. And if you're a small space, you can utilize it. If you're in a larger space, you can utilize it, and so many benefits of it. Okay, let's move to another question. Thomas saying, "Oh, thanks. We have to stop booking 15 minutes apart. 15 minutes apart. Is it related to a previous question?" Sorry, I've been answering so many questions that I lost. I lost what it is related to, Thomas. So Lester says, "You're very good at explaining and teaching. I've used them with my wife as my model. They work." Thank you so much, Lester. Yes, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for all of you guys. So Tomala, is the BIB app going to before Samsung? The email is for Apple. Never mind my question, I looked in up. Okay, so Eliar is answering that question. All right. Okay, after a few of your video lessons, I made some photos of my wife, and she was so happy with the results like never before. Thank you so much. Oh, well, that's the good news. Yeah, I love hearing your feedback, guys. Please share if you've learned from my YouTube videos or from my platform. Please share your opinion, your feedback. We really appreciate share it with others. Um, because it's very important for us to grow and we want to grow with you. Okay, so Ilyar is saying you're way behind my my questions and answers. I guess yes, I've been answering each question thoroughly, so sorry, Ilyar. Yes, Ilyar is the one who is behind everything what you see, behind all the videos we create, all the platform that you're on, the easy accessibility of the platform, the app that makes all the learning experience easy and fun. So we have to thank Ilyar for all that he's doing. Thank you so much. I know he is always behind the scene, but he is the one. So I want everyone to know who is behind all this and who put the most of the work, technical work, into all the platform and video creation. Okay. Somebody's asking what is your name. My name is Yulia. So it's like Julia but with Y. So you pronounce it as Yulia Panchenko. I'm Turkish. Nice to meet you. All right. I've been here for more than an hour or so, or maybe not. It feels like I've been here for an hour. So again, for those who joined me today, the big news, the big announcement was the launch of BIB TV app that you can download on the Apple App Store. So please go ahead and upload the app to make your learning experience easy and fun. And for those for the Android users, the app is going to be available soon. We're working on it, one app at a time, guys. So stay tuned. We will announce about app for Android phones as soon as it's out. Okay. Dylan says thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone who joined me today, and thank you for all your amazing questions. They were actually really good and I enjoyed answering them. So please stay active here on our YouTube community, and please join our BIB community. Please be a member of BIB TV, download the app and join us if you haven't yet, because believe in Boudoir is one of the best and largest boudoir photography educational platforms in the world, and you will not find anything that is similar to us, where we talk about absolutely everything, any possible topic related to boudoir and portrait photography you can find on our Believe in Boudoir platform. So stay tuned, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next time.